Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Shaded Reality. I'm Marie, and I'm here with Anne, and I feel like it's been like 10 episodes since we've actually introduced ourselves, so I figured I'd do it again. We are on episode 9 of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, so tonight, we do 2 recordings at a time, always, and so we're doing the last 2 episodes of the season, which is very exciting.
I know.
They were good, too. So good.
They were so good.
Your
I
episode,
cannot wait.
Whoa.
I know. I have like 10 pages or 11 that I wrote just because it was so much. Like, I don't know. I feel like the last couple of my episodes have been so much detail. You know what I mean? I was like, how do I?
Are.
I know.
They have like.
It's a lot.
I always like think, especially when we're in the middle of the notes, I'm like, this happened in this episode too? Oh my, like it just, there's like 20 different like major things that goes on in just one episode. Like it's,
I know.
I think it's crazy they only had 10 episodes because this could have easily been a 15 episode season. Like no problem.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
A couple things that I wanted to talk about. We officially have a YouTube channel, so please subscribe to our YouTube channel. It is just the audio, but it's another place for you to listen because I know some people have preferences to where they listen to certain things. I haven't decided yet if we'll eventually like upload video there or not, but it definitely will not have video on our current schedule. So you can listen to anything audio there. And then we're also on Patreon. So if people just like to use Patreon, it's completely free to join to listen to all these same audio podcasts. Like, no, you don't need to pay or anything. But if you wanted, there are 2 tiers. I think I have like, I don't remember, a $1 tier and a $5 tier. The $5 tier will get you these podcasts, the full video recording. And those are up on Tuesdays and Thursdays, just like the audio is, but you can see us. So otherwise.
So the Patreon.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, I've never heard of it before. Yes. And I was talking to one of my young clients. He is only 21 or 22 years old. He didn't know what Patreon was either.
Oh, really? See, I listen. I subscribe to a few podcasts, and they give you extra bonus episodes, extra content, video content. It's a way for people to like promote. What is it? Not promote. Like sponsor you. Kind of thing for like $1 a month or $5 a month kind of thing. So if we just get a couple subscribers, like it would help go towards our subscriptions. Cause like I have to pay to post on Apple. I pay Riverside to do this kind of thing. So it would like pay for that stuff for us instead of.
I see.
Gotcha. So yeah, those are like our 2 big new admin things that happened. Today is Halloween for us. So I guess we're not going to say happy Halloween again. We already said that.
No, because because this will be after Halloween.
Yeah. And
even though I still have my decorations up.
Wasn't even it was like cold and windy and like one of my kids
Did you guys go?
Well, the youngest, I took her to her trunk or treat, and there was only 2 cars there, so she got really disappointed.
2 cars?
It was at my mother-in-law's church, and they like it's their first time doing it, so they were like didn't know if they'd even get anyone, and they wanted to represent like downtown too, so they only had 2 cars there, and she's been like a little under the weather, and we have a big swim meet tomorrow that's going to be like all day long. So we didn't want her being out walking around forever. So my husband took my oldest down to do all that stuff. And we were just going to go do the trunk or treat, get home early, get a bath, like get in bed. She was so disappointed. So we ended up, she's like, when we got back in the car, she was so polite to the ladies and, you know, like didn't say a word. If that would have been my oldest, she would have been like, why is there only 2 cars here? What? I only can have 1 piece of candy? No one else is even here. Like, she would have been embarrassed me. I know she would have. But my youngest is not. She got in the car, got tears in her eyes, and she's like, I only got like 3 pieces of candy.
Oh, that's so sad.
So she decided she wanted to do a craft. So we went to Walmart and bought a craft kit or whatever and came back to the house and did all that. So she's good to go.
Yeah.
I wanted to say, oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, please no judgment here. I gave Harlow the choice, but it's like, it's cold. It's super windy. I don't even feel like it's Halloween today because we did all the Halloween things. Like she already had her school Halloween stuff last week. We had the Halloween party at my house last Saturday. Mm-hmm. We did a trunk or treat. Like, I don't know. I feel like we did all the things. And then she went with a friend after school to this, that K-pop Demon Hunter. I don't know if your girls watch that or not. Oh my
gosh, yes, of course they do.
Okay. They had it at the movie theater. It's like they played the movie, but then they had like the caption. It was like a sing-along thing. So she didn't get home until like 5:30, and I was like, I didn't want to go trick-or-treating. And I was like, listen, I'll give you the option. If you want to go, we'll do it. Or we can go to Five Below. You can pick something out, and we'll get Chinese for dinner. Yeah. And that's what she chose. So we actually didn't even go trick-or-treating. But as we're driving and I see all the kids like trick-or-treating, I'm like, am I a bad mom right now?
Yeah.
But
so
I think
my
she's fine with it.
At first, she was like, it's cold. I don't want to go trick-or-treating. And I was like, perfect. I was like, me and you are going to lay in bed. We're going to watch a Halloween movie. We'll eat some candy. Like, we'll make a snack plate. Like, it'll be great. She was all into it. As it got closer to, like, the time to go out for her sister to be leaving, she's like, it's my first time in this state, and I need to trick-or-treat here. And she was making me feel horrible. And I was like, I don't want to go. You had me so excited that we weren't going to go. And then it didn't even turn out well. Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
So I wanted to say, Mom is out here hyping us on TikTok. I don't even know if she realizes it. But I posted, I think it was our first video. And she comments, and where do we watch this podcast at? She's out here.
Oh my gosh.
Making comments, like getting like engagement. So I was like, well, the only place we have full episodes is on Patreon. So I answered her on there. So yeah, Mom's out here helping us pull in some listeners.
Mom and Dad are going to pay for it and watch it. I guarantee
whatever,
you.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
They won't know how to join though.
They
won't like be able to figure it out. I'm not giving them my credit card. Like, I can see that. At the end, remind me to discuss our next plan, after we finish.
Okay.
But I'm not going to go into that now.
This is so itchy. I don't know.
We got to get started because it's... So this is... I know you all don't know this, but we are early morning podcasters, okay? Like, we start this thing, usually we try to do 8 a.m., as soon as we drop the kids at school, we get this done, we're wrapped. Like, we're daytime people. So this could either be real bad or go off the rails and be, like, one of the best. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I just hope I don't mess up anything with the recording part, so.
Oh, God. Yeah. I'm going to be, like, yawning like crazy at the end because it's so late.
All right. So, Season 2, Episode 9. The Book of Reckoning. Swear we've had one name that, but we'll see. Let's see.
They all sound the same. I don't like. Every one that I
Revolution, Reception. I don't know. They like our names a lot. Okay, so Jessie is packing her outfit. So she's one of those crazy packer people. She literally lays out the outfits that she's going to wear and takes Polaroids of them and like packs them in cubes.
Yes. So Dorit does that also on the Real Housewives. I love that. I would not take the time to do it, but I think that's, I don't know. I think it's great.
Maybe if we were on a TV show, like you need a look or whatever, and like there's certain dinners, certain activities, and like you know that there's like a dress code for each of those things, I guess that makes sense. When I travel, I'm just like, I need 4 pairs of jeans. I need 3 pairs of yoga pants. I need 27 pairs of underwear.
Oh
you know,
God.
like I kind of just pack in like numbers, not outfits ever. I don't put outfits together for when I pack. I don't know.
I do. I try and put outfits together, but not super
you?
crazy like that.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I never put an outfit together. I mean, look at me. I'm not an outfit gal.
I mean, look at me. I know. I feel like a mess tonight.
My hair is so greasy. That's why I have this stupid hat.
Is that why you have a beanie on? I was wondering when I first got on, and I was like, is she cold? She's wearing a beanie in the house. All right, I'm not even going to comment.
One, I didn't want to wear my hair up in a stupid clip again. And then, because it looked fine in a clip. Like, it's not, like, that beyond, you know? But I was like, when I put it down, I'm like, no, this isn't happening. So the girls had winter hats out for when we were going out. And I was like, I'm going to throw this thing on. So Macy shows up with cookies. And Jesse immediately eats one, which I was like, good. Like, that's like a real life thing. Like, I feel like housewives and other stuff, when people show up with food, they're just like, oh, thanks. And like, no one ever actually eats it. So I appreciate
I do feel like all of these girls eat, but they're so young. You know what I mean? Like, they are snackers, they eat, and I'm all for it. I love it.
But I also think it's like a Midwest thing. Like, they're not LA, New York, like, you know, like they're like more like down home, like normal type people.
Yeah. As I sit here with my
your snacks.
Reese's. Yeah. Because it is Halloween.
It is. I already rated some stuff. I only like so many things. I'm not a big candy person.
Oh, I am.
So we hear that they're going to New Orleans, which had been booked by Jesse before even the Saints and Sinners party. And I noticed something here. Jesse's the one who books all these because she's the only one with money, like real money, you know, like to get like nice houses and stuff. Like, maybe we'll see more in season 3 or as seasons go on, but like none of the other girls, I don't think, are yet in a place money-wise to like book these really nice things with enough rooms and enough space and all of that stuff.
So I was wondering about that. I don't know, I guess I just assumed that the production paid for it.
I don't
You know what I mean? Because
so.
it's a part of the show. They have to be, like, they always take these trips.
I think that, one, there are some that are kind of sponsored. So, like, for instance, Salt Lake City just went on a yacht. And that is, like, a crossover with Below Deck Down Under or something. Like, another Bravo show. So, yes, that was probably 100% paid for because it's, like, a full crossover of the shows. Or another Housewives went on a Virgin Cruise line. That was a pure advertisement for Virgin Cruise Lines kind of thing. But some of these where they are just like staying in an Airbnb, I don't know that they are because sometimes like they'll take one of the cast members' private planes or you can tell when certain like some cast members never do trips. And I think if they have the money, they want to do a trip because it gets them a storyline for an episode or two.
Right.
Like they're a main focus because it's their trip and they get to plan everything and like be the center of attention. So I don't know. The fact that Jesse's the only one doing it, if it was just paid for by production, everyone would take a turn. You would think.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. And even when they do go on these trips, like she's always the one who's like, I'm scheduled us, you know, like this table at a club, or like she's the one who takes the initiative to do all that.
He's also the oldest, so they probably just don't know how to do admin yet.
Yeah.
You know. Jessie says it's still awkward with some of the girls, but it's booked and paid for, so they're all going. She says, speaking of baked goods, I'm going to need surgery. And I'm like, what? Like, that doesn't even make sense. And I even rewound it and, like, looked at the words, like the caption, and that's exactly what she said. So we find out that during season 1, she had a ton of nurses reach out to her and tell her that her thyroid looked big, or that like something looked weird with her neck and she should really go get her thyroid checked. So they're going to have to take out half of her thyroid, and they can't tell her if it's cancer or not until that's removed.
Yeah.
So
that's so crazy.
I know. Like, she didn't even know. She had no idea. But thankfully, people reached out to her and she, like, took it seriously. She says, like, because Macy's like, aren't you freaking out? And she's like, I don't want to dwell on it and make it worse, you know? And I'm kind of like that. Like, that's how I, like, deal, you know, with anything. It's like, I don't know. It's not real until it's real kind of thing, you know? So there's no point in, like, losing it over something like that.
I'd lose it. I'd lose my shit.
Would. I mean, yeah,
I'd
you
be
turned
like,
this
I
little
probably
bit of
would
something into like this.
Oh, yeah. I'd be in bed and I would be like dying.
I can't go anywhere. I can't travel.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's all I would think about constantly. I wish that I was not like that way, but.
And she says that, you know, stuff like this really puts stuff into perspective. Macy says she's impressed with how Jesse's just living her life. And they're talked about how worried they are about Demi and Taylor and the trip turning explosive. Jessie also says that she's still really upset, like, about the hair salon stuff because she hasn't had a chance to have a conversation with Demi. And we see Macy in confessional, and she says that she's afraid that the drama with Demi – or no, not with Demi. She just said the drama in general is becoming a cancer in the group. Jessie says that Macy is really good at seeing both sides, and she wants to know how she would handle it, like Macy. And Macy says that Michaela and her talked about this situation, and that if it would have been done to her, like if Macy would have done that to her, they wouldn't be friends anymore. So she didn't really answer the question at all. Opening sequence. And then we see, like, all their social media, TikToks, and everything they put up of them traveling. They arrive and get to a party bus, and they're like, can we not travel anywhere without a pole? And then they get on, and there's not a stripper pole in there. It's just a normal party bus kind of thing. Miranda says that after the Saints and Sinners event, she did a sage cleanse. I don't know if, like, herself, I guess, because it's not like it was in her space. Have you ever done a sage cleanse to anything, like a new house, or I don't know? You did?
I think, and I feel like that was more mom. Was it our very first house? Yeah, we did. Our first house that Skylar and I bought together when we were 21 years old, we did a sage cleanse. And the last one, I don't think we did one here.
Uh-oh.
Can you hear that squeaking? It sounds like
I don't know.
Jersey was opening up the door.
Oh, no. Nothing that
she didn't
like
know. I'm really sorry. You're going to hear all the noises in my house. I'm recording in my dining room.
Yeah, she's
and
like
my
literally
entire family's
in the middle
home.
of her house.
Yeah.
So there's like dogs on one side, family room on another. Like, yeah.
Yeah. I am planning on doing a little podcast room down in my basement, but that's not going to be for another couple. I guess it's not too far away. I'm hoping to do it over Christmas vacation.
Yeah. I really want to make this room into like set something up, but I can't because I don't know how soon we're going to be knocking down walls, and I don't want to set up just to be torn down. Shed is going to become my podcast studio.
Oh,
but
yeah.
probably not till the summer now
that.
At this point.
Yeah.
Let's see. So Jessie's still concerned about Demi, what she said about Jay-Z Styles, and she must have said that in confessional. And this is when I kind of realized that Taylor's not there. She didn't come on the trip. And Jessie says that Taylor didn't even contact her directly. They found out through Dakota. I think Jordan, like Dakota told. Oh my gosh, that's so gross. I hate when that happens when I'm talking. So Dakota told Jordan, and then he told Jessie. Demi says that the energy is nice without Taylor being there, and she doesn't feel like she's walking on eggshells. And Jesse, I think, like whoever talked, the camera wasn't on them. They just say, well, that is nice for you, sure. Like, they're like, no one else has a problem with Taylor. In confessional, Layla says that she feels terrible that she didn't stick up for Taylor at the party. And she says that Demi crossed a line with bringing Ever, the child, into the conversation because it was unnecessary. Like, it made no sense, and it was just so unnecessary. And Demi's like, what, you guys don't feel the same way? And Demi, throughout all of this, and even the next episode, she just has this perspective, and she will not come off of it. She will not listen to anybody else. Like, she thinks she is right 100%, and she is blown away that no one else agrees with her. Like, it's crazy how much she just she is 100% right. They arrive at the house, which is super cute. Like, I want to go to New Orleans and stay in a cute house like this.
Yeah. It was super cute.
I talk a little bit, I think, about New Orleans because I've been there a bunch of times. I used to live right near there, but we need to go. It's a really cute city, but you got to go in the winter. Otherwise, it's just stinky and hot.
I don't think I would enjoy that in like the summer. That's what they say. It's
no
like
one does.
Super gross.
So Michaela is trying to pronounce New Orleans in confessional, and she says it like both ways that people say it. And then she says, Princess Tiana says New Orleans. And I'm like, that's not right. The locals say New Orleans, not New Orleans. Just for everybody.
I think I might say New Orleans.
You probably do.
I probably do.
So they meet their chef right when they walk in the door. Like, this chef has a million different dishes going. Like, it looked so good. The food looked amazing, and I do miss my Southern food so much. When I lived in Mississippi, like, there is just certain things. Grits with shrimp. Oh, my God. So good. I just can't even. I miss it. We were talking about the girls have off school for some reason. I think it's like a teacher in service Thursday and Friday of next week. And we're like this close to closing on our house. So if you can kind of like manifest it that maybe we can close over that weekend, we might fly down there just to like do one last quick trip. Because they have off school. And if we close, like if it all works out, I'm like, we're doing it if it all works out.
That would be fun.
It's not going to happen.
So, yeah, Harlow has half days those days. She doesn't have off. She has half days on that Thursday and Friday.
We went to the school today because they were having the kids did a parade of like their costumes or whatever.
Yeah.
And I saw it on the school sign. I'm like, they have off school on the 6th and 7th. And my husband's like, what? Why? That's random. I was like, I have no idea.
Their fall break or something? But no, that would be part of like Thanksgiving vacation.
It's some sort of in service because on the 6th, we have our parent-teacher conferences.
Oh, okay. That's what it is then.
Yeah. It's like their teacher. The teachers are still working. The students just have off. So maybe it is kind of like a fall break. I don't know. So they all go upstairs to change for dinner. I would have been so annoyed. I would have walked in there and all that food was ready. I don't need to go upstairs and get glammed up. I would have sat my ass down at that table and I would have started eating shit. I'm not waiting for all these freaking people to get ready. It reminded me of when we were in cheerleading in high school and I would just throw my uniform on and put my hair in a ponytail and then I'd be like, what are all you guys doing? Like, I never could figure out what took people so long to get ready. Like, we would get places and then I would be sitting there for an hour. This was before cell phones. There was nothing for me to entertain myself. I just had to stand here while all these freaking idiots had to take an hour to look at themselves in a mirror.
We were putting like cornrows in our hair and curling it and putting, like our ton of makeup on.
Yeah, I didn't do any of that.
That's what we were doing.
I did put pads under my armpits because I was a sweater. Do you remember that? Panty liners. I would put panty liners because we had to wear these tight What were those things called?
Shells.
Shell? No, the shell one over that.
Oh, okay.
It was the bodysuit. The tight bodysuit, and then you put your shell over it and the skirt. But the tight bodysuit, like, the shell was sleeveless, so I was a big sweater. Like, because we didn't have natural deodorants, and we were still using the aluminum and all of that, and I think I reacted to it, because I don't sweat like that anymore. Anyway, my the way I solved it was I put panty liners under there, so when we did our cheers, you couldn't see my sweat stains.
That's actually really smart.
Yeah.
I forgot you did that.
Let's see. Macy talks about not wanting to tell the girls yet about her pregnancy because Demi is struggling with infertility, and we see some clips of, you know, what she's going through. And I feel bad for her. I can't imagine 4 years of trying to get pregnant with – I never talked to you about this because I just keep things to myself. But with my first child, I didn't get pregnant – no, I'm sorry. I got pregnant like immediately. The first month we tried, and then I lost that pregnancy. And then it took me a little bit to get pregnant. Same thing with my second. I didn't have a loss, but I took like 3 or 4 months before I got pregnant, and you would have thought it was years. Like, I can't even imagine that dragging out, because 4 months of like not getting like the pregnancy test being negative felt like torture. Like, I can't even describe it when you're like really trying and it doesn't work. Like, I don't know. It feels like goes on for so long. So
yeah,
just going through it this long, I cannot even imagine. The girls are talking about how amazing the food is, and Demi says it's the best food she's ever had. And then all their phones ding, like at the same time, or at least production put it sounds in to make it do that. So Jesse's, they all say it's a message from Jen. So Jessie plays it for everybody because they like want the camera to see and stuff. Jen's sitting in her car. She just got out of a counseling session, and you can tell she's like emotional, like she had been crying. She explains that she's in one of the darkest places in her life, and that she's really focusing on her mental and physical health for the baby. And she says that she's been hurting because she thinks I don't know how I wrote this, but what she said was, I was really hurting. I was in a deep, dark place, and that made me lash out and hurt other people, essentially. So it was like an apology to everybody for where she was, what she's been doing, etc. Layla says that she's also dealt with mental health issues, and that while anything that Jen did doesn't need to be dismissed, she thinks like mental health stuff trumps everything, and she completely understands. She says that she's going to prioritize that and look at everything through the lens of like, Jen's in a really low place right now.
Yeah.
Miranda says that Jen has had her said to her that she's mentioned multiple times that she really does want to apologize to Jessie in person. But you know, she hasn't had a chance. Like, the girl is literally couldn't get out of her bed the last time we saw her. So like, she hasn't had a chance to do that stuff. Jessie says she's open to talk to her, and that like she'll literally take just a sentence. I was in a shitty situation and I did some shitty things. And Jessie like wishes she would have handled it better, and definitely will forgive and listen to her. She's a good person. Like, she gets it, you know?
Yeah. Well, and I feel like this is the thing. These girls are all friends. Don't we forgive our friends? Get over. You know what I mean? It's not that big of a deal. And I feel like Demi is like holding on to whatever the hell she is.
Yeah.
Like, she just does not want to let anyone apologize or forgive anyone.
Yeah. I promise we aren't on coke. I don't know what we're in a state where like it's allergies. Like, every person that work that I run into is like congested or something, and we're like, both of us are like the whole time.
I know. I'm cold too.
I turned up the heat in this room, and I might need to like stand up and turn it down because it's actually getting warm in here. So then we get fucking Demi. She says after this girl is like I'm in the deepest, darkest place I've ever been mentally in my life. And I am so sorry, girls. This girl comes in and says, I have a hard time with someone who says, I've been working on myself. I've been coming so far. Macy interrupts her and says, things change, though, Demi. Like, you know, like, things change. And she goes, what, in a week and a half? I don't buy it. I am like, fuck all the way off. Like, I've not been liking her, but, like, I'm done now. Like,
I know.
There's no
She's
coming
disgusting.
back. She is not a good person. And, I mean, it never gets better. I even started the reunion. It doesn't get better there, honestly.
I have not started the reunion.
I'm
need
to.
Watch
it's
it.
an hour and a half.
Probably tonight.
You better get on it, girl. It's good.
I'm saying I'm going to start it tonight, but I won't.
It's already almost 9.
I know.
We got a while to go here. So everyone else is just shocked. Like, they just show faces of, like, dismay or blown away around the table. Because they're like, who would respond that way to that video? Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So then, in confessional, so we know time has gone by. More things have even happened. She says, first off, crying videos will never be anything but strange to me. Oh my God. I think it's weird to film yourself crying. I'm like, she didn't come on crying. Like, I've seen some of those videos and I'm like, the first thing I wouldn't think about would be filming myself, but some people it is. I'm not going to judge them for it. You know,
she came out of a therapy session. That was probably something her therapist told her.
Yeah.
Right, but she probably was like, this was something that her therapist was like, I really think that you should make a video. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, this is going to help you through all of this.
You should reach out or something. Yeah. And it's not like she was posting it to social media. She wasn't going on Instagram Live and being like, I'm so sorry. Like, she was sending them a private message apology.
To her friends.
That's not the same thing. And like I was going to say, like, my youngest daughter, when she starts crying, she loves to walk in the hallway and look at herself in the mirror, cry. Some people just do that. It just is what it is.
That's funny.
I'm like, what are you doing?
Which one?
The youngest.
The oldest or the youngest?
Yeah. I'm watching myself cry. I was like, okay, you do you, girl. I don't know what to tell you. Oh my gosh. So, she says, I think it's weird and a little bit manipulative and a little cowardly still. What's cowardly about being open and raw and honest like Jen was? Where is it cowardly? She thinks she should have followed up with a text, apparently. How would that have changed things? I don't know. I think she's just grasping at straws. I don't know what she's doing. Demi continues at the table by saying she's still hesitant to ever share anything with Jen because there's just a lot of digging in the past. Macy jumps in and says, I don't feel comfortable sharing with anyone at this table, honestly. She's like, it's like Taylor's situation and you guys. Anything you say will be taken into future arguments. She's not wrong. She says it makes her not want to be vulnerable. And Demi says, let's not demonize the whole group. And I'm like, okay, it's just you, bitch. Like, I don't think in reality Macy meant everybody. Like, obviously she trusts Michaela. You know, she's close with other people at that table. Like, I think she was kind of talking about you. Michaela says she thinks it's pretty harsh of Demi to act like this when they don't honestly know the severity of the mental health issues that Jen is going through right now. And she says that she's a little bit more hesitant when it comes to trusting Demi. We see them arrive at a burlesque show. She says that she didn't spring this on them. Jessie did not spring this one on them. She learned her lesson. She told everybody what was happening. Michaela says the only burlesque she had seen was Moulin Rouge. And this was not what I thought burlesque was either. So I've been to Holly Madison. I think hers was considered burlesque when she had her Vegas show, the Peep Show. And it was only topless. And it was there was a storyline and stuff with it. And then I've seen Sonia Morgan from Real Housewives do a burlesque show. Again, only topless and like sensual, but not this. So none of them were expecting.
Sonia Morgan,
she did a burlesque.
Did a topless.
Yeah, it was good. Oh, I'm sorry. That was probably loud for everybody. So we see full nudity, spread legs, lots of bending over, and they're like, all the girls are so like open mouth, shocked. One of the performers pulls a joint out of her cooter. They use the word cooter, lights it, and then walks over and Layla takes a hit. I could not. I was trying to think. I'm like, what would I do? Like, I would be so mentally struggling. Like, I can't be rude and say no, but like, I can't do it. I can't be rude and say no, but I can't do it. Like, what would you do?
I would say no. That's disgusting.
I would be like, I don't smoke.
No. So, okay, this was when I was young. I mean, I don't even think I wasn't even 20. Okay. Well, I had to have been because I already had Jersey. I guess we were 22. I was 22. So we used to go to the beach every year with a group of friends and stay at my one friend's parents' like beach house. We went out to this one club and there was this guy that was singing on stage and he took his gum out of his mouth and put it in one of my friend's mouth. And she was like so proud of it. Like, I got his gum. And we're all like, that's disgusting. Why would you do that?
That's different. That is different.
That's different?
Would not even...
She pulled it out of her cooch.
I know, but I still feel like it's ruder to decline the cooch joy than it is to decline the mouth gum. I don't know.
That's how
I would.
If I had a choice, I would take the mouth gum over the cooch joint. Oh
I don't
my
know.
gosh! What the hell? Yuck! I mean, I wouldn't do either. Let's just be honest.
I wouldn't like to do either, but I don't know. I feel like where was it in her cooch? Like, was it
right?
Was it like
up
vertical or was it horizontal? I don't know.
I loved it because Layla was like, please, can we cut this? Can we just cut this out like it never happened? Because she knows, she was totally in the moment. You know what I mean? Like, having fun. And then afterwards, she was like, oh, what did I do?
Yeah, because when they show her, she just, like, does it. And, like, you can't, like, she doesn't seem disgusted. She doesn't seem anything. Oh Michaela is like dead. Like, she is just like, what is happening? In confessional, she says, Layla, she pulled that out of her vagina. What are you doing? And Layla, like you said, Layla's like, cut it from the show. I regret everything. Yeah. So they're all on the bus after, and I don't know. I think it was Michaela. She's the hand sanitizer one. She's like putting hand sanitizer in everyone's hands. And Michaela's like, Layla, open your mouth. And Layla says it was all Jesse's fault because I guess Jesse pointed out Layla and was like, yeah, bring it over to her. She's like, I forgot it came out of her vagina.
Oh my gosh.
So Miranda says she would have judged her more if she didn't do it. And Michaela says she could have a yeast infection. And they all just scream. So, no, I'm not even going to say that. Okay, back in Utah. Doesn't matter. Taylor's parents' house. They're doing this huge puzzle on like a coffee table. Taylor says she does puzzles with her kids, not these kinds of puzzles. So she says she was in a low spot in her mental state, and she's telling her mom and sister about the Saints and Sinners party. They called Mia Bully, and her sister says she would go straight to war with her. Her Her mom calls her a CW, and they're both like, what are you talking about? And then they realize her mom doesn't know how to spell. She meant C-U-N-T.
Yeah.
It's like your value. Did you see I put an Instagram post up about it?
No.
I shared it with
Today?
you. Yeah, I said, Happy Halloween. We vow you, each and every one of you.
I did see that, but I didn't get it, I guess.
Oh. You're the one.
I didn't realize.
Your spelling mistake on your episode.
Yes. I thought that you were saying that you did it because of Taylor's mom not knowing how to spell.
No.
Okay, I got it then.
Maybe no one else got it. I don't know. I listen to the episodes and then try to think of something to post that, like, we did, said, whatever.
Yeah. You know, I couldn't get past that picture and how awful I looked.
Oh,
I didn't even repost it.
I was like, ridiculous. You were a cute puppy dog. Like, I looked insane
so
with my teeth and my hair, my freaking wig. I would not have been focusing on anything weird about how you look.
I couldn't.
It was a freaking Halloween
it was
costume.
Too. I know, but I didn't like it.
About what people
do.
like, what you look like. She says Dakota's been out of the house for 5 months. That seems crazy that they like tape that long. They are going to therapy still, and they kind of run through all the girls and say that no one's really like on her side. And Leanne says like Layla just goes with the wind. She's young. Miranda's pretty quiet, never says much, etc. I don't know. There wasn't much there. Her mom is saying things like, you've been a good friend to all of them. And Taylor's like, I could have been better. And she's kind of making faces. You can tell she's like uncomfortable with how much her mom is trying to like promote her. Like, Taylor's kind of a humble person. Like, she doesn't want to come across as like better than anyone.
Right.
Leanne says, well, you're the one who started Mom Talk. And Taylor is kind of cringing and says, listen, that's nice of you, but it pisses them off. Like, they're gonna resent me if they keep hearing that. So, like, please just don't.
Yeah.
In confessional, she says she loves Mom Talk and she's sad it is where it is. We're back with her mom and sister. She says she should have trusted her gut with Dakota. She knew every day that the relationship wasn't good. She knew it wasn't right, and she just kept pushing for it. And her sister says she had, and all of her friends and mom and dad had been telling her that she shouldn't be in the relationship. And Taylor's like, Mom and dad started to like Dakota and said that she should work things out. Don't give up so easily. And her mom's like, well, that was after Ever was born. And I'm like, if you knew the relationship was bad, why does a baby change that? Like,
yeah,
the relationship is separate from the fact you had a child. Like, that you don't need to work things out for the kids. Like, that can't always be the excuse. Leanne says you're going to go through the same cycles until you make a change, and only you can change it. We're back in New Orleans. Whitney's going to bed. Jesse is doing some extensions in Layla's hair. I'm like, who brought extensions? It seems like a lot to pack with you. Miranda's getting a lymphatic massage from Michaela. Like, they do the weirdest things. Layla asks if she's ever sees herself being friends with Taylor again. She says a bunch of stuff, but essentially she says no. She doesn't think she can trust her. She says her status with Whitney is that they're repairing their relationship. Macy says that she has said so many times she's done with Whitney, and Macy should be too. And now she's saying this? Like, it's just weird. So essentially, Whitney agreed with her, and she's also against Taylor, so now she's friendly with her.
Right.
Macy says she thinks people are intimidated by Taylor, and Jesse says, imagine what Taylor would be like if she never met Dakota. They all say, yeah, she would be different. Miranda confirms that, like, she didn't used to be as erratic and was much more mellow before, like, the Swigger scandal. Demi says she thinks she chases chaos. I do think that Taylor is one of those people that kind of, I don't want to say thrives on chaos, because I truly think she's trying to get away from it. But I feel like some people just attract it. And I don't think she's trying to purposely go for it. But for some reason, she has that personality, that aura, whatever, that kind of attracts chaos. And she's going to have to work a lot harder than some people to deflect it.
Right.
They go decide that they need to go to bed, and they walk up the stairs, and Whitney has one of those like Korean skincare face masks on, and they like all scream. Because I was like, was she just like lingering at the top of the stairs listening to them? Like,
probably.
Because normally when I put one of those on, I'm like laying in bed. Like, I'm not walking around. So they're at breakfast the next day. Layla has a surprise. She wants them to all play a game for breakfast. And she has a bag of pregnancy tests. And she says they're going to play pregnancy roulette. Macy instantly says she has anxiety because she was not planning on telling the girls that weekend. She says she has a whole plan for how she wants to tell them. Layla says she's late on her period and this is a TikTok trend. Demi... So I do want to point out, Demi clearly says out loud, this is a cruel trick. She cries every time she takes a pregnancy test and gets another negative. I cannot believe they even went forward with this. Like, Demi clearly made it, like, out there. She didn't stay quiet. Like, she's like, are you kidding me? Like, we're going to do this with everything I have going on. That should have been enough if you're friends to be like, okay, like, we're not going to do this kind of thing.
Right.
I thought that was really shitty.
I thought so, too. And I also thought that, like, the way that it all ended, honestly, they didn't have to really pee on the stick. You know what I mean? Like, I would have, if I didn't want anyone to know that I was pregnant, I would have just dumped it in the toilet water. Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
It just
I didn't
needs
understand
to be wet
that.
to get the first line. It's not like you can tell if you peed on it or not.
Right.
Yeah, there was a lot to it that was suspicious. But we've seen in this show, they like produce things sometimes. Mm-hmm. So Brett and her have been trying for 4 years. And I was like, from the day they got married, because they've only been married for 4 years. So they just ignored Demi and start taking the test. Whitney says that someone is bound to be pregnant in this group at all times. Macy pulls out the first one and it's negative. Michaela's next and it's positive. Everyone screams. Demi just says, who's fucking pregnant? So at this point, like, she's fine. Other people are pulling them out. Whatever. Macy assumes it's her, of course, I say. But then we later find out she already knew Michaela was pregnant, so.
Yeah.
It's weird because they don't act like they knew that. Demi starts getting mad. She's like, now we don't know who. So Layla pulls one out, it's negative. Then I did feel really bad for Demi here. Demi pulls one out, and it's another positive. And if you watch it and, like, look at her face, she almost has, like, a surprise, happy face. Like, she hasn't seen this. You know, like, she hasn't peed on a stick, or at least in the last 4 years, and seen a positive, and like it goes across her face like, this could be me. Like, I could be the one who's pregnant. And that just like, that one got me. I was like, this is horrible. Why did we go through with this? Like you said, why didn't they just run them underwater? Like, they could have all been negative. No one needed to pee on the damn stick. She literally thought she might be pregnant for a moment, you know? Then she kind of starts to cry. They hug her. Macy says, sorry, is this triggering? I mean, she literally said this would be triggering before they all forced this onto her. She says in confessional she did think she was pregnant for a second. And Jesse says, if anybody here knows that they're pregnant, like, fess up. And Macy's like, I feel ashamed if I'm pregnant, so no one says anything. Demi is crying in her room, and, like, kind of hysterical. Like, who is it? Like, she's beyond, she's very sad. We go to Macy and Michaela's room, and Michaela says, I feel like I'm going to cry. And we see that Michaela is pregnant, and she had told Macy like 3 days earlier. So no one else is claiming the second test, and she just felt too uncomfortable to like say something in the moment. Jessie goes in to comfort Demi, which I thought was amazing of her because they're still kind of fighting. She says that she's so considerate about Demi, this annoyed me. Demi's like, I'm so considerate about everyone's feelings, and people are just so flippant with my feelings. No. Like, in that moment, should they have gone through with this pregnancy test roulette? 100% no. Are you considerate of other people's feelings? 100% no. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Back to Michaela and Macy's room. They're getting ready, and Macy says, so do you want something to make you feel better? Who do you think's pregnant? And Michaela's like, I don't know. Is it Demi? And Macy's like, no, it's me. Michaela's shocked. And she's like, you've been doing IVF this whole time and didn't tell me? And they find out they're only 2 weeks apart, and they're so happy. They're best friends, pregnant together. They decide to go to Demi's room and tell her it's them. Demi does settle down. She's happy for them. And, she's like two best friends together, being pregnant. Like, that's the dream. So she does get over it. Back in Utah, we're with Taylor and Ever. She says she needs to give Dakota the answer in his ultimatum. And she says that as much as she wanted it to work, something about him always triggers her. And it just needs to end. She feels peace with letting him go. Back to New Orleans, the girls are like all dressed up in like kind of crazy black outfits. Oh no, that's not the night one. Right, they're going out sightseeing, so they're like in their day wear. That was later that they're in the weird, crazy black stuff. So I've been in this park a million times. It's literally across the street from Cafe Du Monde, and it's like where all the tourists go. There's like this long street. They have people that do like sketching, write poems for you. Like, it is the tourist hotspot. People wait in line at that cafe for the beignets forever and ever. Like, I've been to other places to get beignets when we've been there, and like, you don't have to go there to get beignets, but tourists, like, the line will be like hours long. Like, it's so stupid. And it smells.
I figured that too.
Yeah, they got in because they're, a TV show,
right?
Or whatever.
Yeah, but I was, because that is like a known spot, and I was like, I guarantee you, like, for the normal person, it's not that easy to get in there and just sit down.
So one time, my mother-in-law was visiting us when we lived in Mississippi, and we drove over to like show her where my husband was working at the time, and then because the kids were in school, and then we stopped in New Orleans to like just give her, some of the sightseeing, because when you're near a big city like that, like, and you have like guests in, you show them. It was horrible. There was I don't know if it was like an unhomed, like a homeless kind of person, or it seemed like it, but freaking dead on the street. Like, New Orleans is real bad. Like, it's fine during the daytime hours, but like, it's not great. Like, there's a lot of poverty, and it's real bad. Like, yeah, it was horrible. And there's just like tourists waiting in line, walking down the streets, getting their caricatures done, and then dead man with one police officer waiting for the freaking ambulance or whatever to show up and take him away. It was really sad.
That's crazy.
It's not a good. It's just it's not a good city right now. Like, it needs to be cleaned up big time. Anyway, Jesse's been waiting to have the conversation with Demi, and they're finally like walking alone through one of the French markets, and they had the conversation. Demi says that the way that Taylor portrayed it was not correct. Jessie says that she feels taken advantage of because she owns this huge salon, and she's constantly giving people free hairstyles, curls, extensions, not even just them, like their family members, like every time they have events. And in return, her friend talks shit about the salon. Mm-hmm. So Demi says that she never said, if you go to Jay-Z, plan to cry, which I guess Taylor said that. But she also doesn't deny that she didn't say a version of that. And she does say that she heard other girls in the group, when they've gotten color there, they say it looked horrible. So that's what she told Taylor. I'm like, you are terrible. Mm-hmm. Jessie says that the more Demi talks, the worse she feels about it. She feels betrayed, and it seems like she's just blaming other people and not taking any accountability or giving, like, a true apology, which she doesn't. Like, Demi just denies it the whole time. She says it's opened her eyes, and maybe Demi is the cancer in the group. We're back at the house, and they show that they had gotten a poem written about mom talk. The poem is, "Where friends collide, walking through time, ringing our sacred bells. We found each other when the timing was right. This is our journey. This is our flight." I could have wrote that. I'm not impressed. I want to pay for that poem. They talk about something named Young Women's, because they said it reminds them of their Young Women's, like, chant that they used to have to say. Mm. And they recite this crazy cult, like, chant thing. I didn't write it down. Layla doesn't know the prayer chant because I guess she never went through it. And she just looks disgusted, like, what the hell are you guys doing? It reminded me, remember when we used to have to, like when we went to Sunday school and we would have to learn the "Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name."
Yeah.
And like everyone would say it. We had to like memorize the like Bible quotes.
Yeah. I don't know. That kind of is like,
it's weird.
Didn't Jessie say something like, isn't that some cult shit or something like that?
Yeah. So they say when they turn 13, they're put in this group, and like it's where you learn about the church, which is the exact same thing that like our religion did. The Lutherans and Catholics, they called it catechism. So it was the same thing. We just didn't call it Young Women's. But yeah, we would I remember spending, like, doing a sleepover at a friend's house who was Lutheran. Because by the time we were 13, we weren't going to church anymore. But her family did, and I had to go because I spent the night Saturday night into Sunday, and I went to church with her, and I had to go to her catechism class. And that's all it is. You're learning how to become a member of the church or whatever. Jessie says hearing... Oh, yeah, she says, it sounds like a chant. And she's like, oh, are we a cult? Demi says, have you ever been to the temple? And Jessie's like, of course I have. Because I guess she got married there with her first marriage. So this religion is so weird. So they call themselves Mormon, but some of them haven't been to the temple. Like, I was very confused by this. And then Whitney, like, our resident, I don't know, religious person says, in Latter-day Saints, the temple's sacred and holy, and you have to live a certain way. You go through, like, an interview process through your bishop to be worthy of entering the temple. So I thought they all just went to temple for church every Sunday.
Yeah.
Like, I'm very confused, but I don't care enough to find out more. Jessie says she doesn't believe anymore, but if she did, and Demi says none of it, and Whitney asks if she believes in the afterlife, and Jessie says, yeah, in a sense, like some of it for sure. So essentially she and Miranda believe like core Christian stuff, but not really the Book of Mormon. She says that when she was trying to get her sealing canceled. So for anyone that doesn't know, and I know you, Anne, don't know, when they get married, they have this, like, super secret, like, no one who is unallowed to enter the temple can see it. So, like, if you get married in the temple and say your parents aren't members of the Mormon church, or, like, they're on the outs, your parents couldn't come to your wedding. Like, you have to be, like, an active member to, like, be a part of this sacred ceremony. And it's not like a normal marriage vows. They literally believe that they're sealing each other together. So when you get divorced, or if you get divorced, you have to request through the bishops to like officially be unsealed from each other, or else in their belief system, if you didn't get unsealed, you would still end up together in the afterlife. So even if you got remarried or whatever, it wouldn't matter because you were already sealed to this person, and whoever you're sealed to when you die, that's who you end up with in the afterlife. So her bishop was like, yeah, well, if you don't get it canceled, technically, like you're sealed to your ex. And Demi says, that doesn't change. He's still sealed to you. They believe that if you're sealed forever and all eternity, that so she says, technically, I'm still sealed to my ex. So I guess they either didn't approve it, or she didn't like follow through, or he didn't like agree to it. I don't know how it all works. Miranda explains that when Chase left the church, so after like the scandal, he left the church and requested that his records were removed, which then unsealed her from her children. So if you believe it, she won't end up in the afterlife with her children because you need a man in order to be at the highest degree of whatever. They like cut it off. And so she's not technically sealed to her children anymore.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So apparently men can have like multiple eternal families, but women only have that person they're sealed to. Why are any people in this stupid religion? Like, ugh, I don't know.
It's weird.
Religion is tough for me. Demi's been through the temple. We find out that Layla and Michaela haven't been through the temple. And Michaela was one of the saints. So that actually surprised me. I mean, I guess she had a baby at 16. So when she got married, I assume, like, she must not have been a part of the temple yet. But I don't know. I assume Michaela was like, you know, an active high order member previously. But I guess not.
Yeah.
She explains that if she marries Cam eventually, she would like go through whatever steps it takes because Cam really wants to get married in the temple. And Demi's like, uh-oh, only for him? What?
Layla says that. Okay, I thought that you said Michaela, and I was like, wait, her and her husband aren't married? But never mind.
Yeah, Layla says if she ever marries Cam. So this annoys Layla because Demi always has an opinion. They all change into black. They're going out for the night. They go to somewhere called the Vampire Apothecary. And they get served these drinks that are called virgin blood. And they're like served in blood bags. And we hear that Demi's throwing a Christmas party for Mom Talk. She's having the people that she genuinely wants to be there. Her and Brett do not want Taylor there. Demi asks if Taylor should be a part of Mom Talk. She says she doesn't want someone who's going to be jeopardize her business, and no one gives her like the immediate answer she wants. And Jessie says she felt like she apologized already and she's making changes, as in Taylor, and I'm not going to hold a grudge forever. Demi has like an immediate response. She's like, as your friend, that wasn't an apology and that was not humility going in there and being like, I genuinely want to change. Demi wanted Taylor to come in and say, I fucked up. Whitney's nodding and agreeing to me. This is so annoying. She says that instead, threw her under the bus, and then you're going to remain the leader of Mom Talk? What does she do to deserve that? And Macy says, she's the one who started it. And Miranda says, you want to give her the benefit of the doubt, but she is still working through a lot of the past. And then the CMA post brought all that back up for her. So Miranda is connecting how Taylor kind of went off the rails and just started talking on like a live or via social media about the swinging scandal to how she then went off the rails and kind of started talking about the CMAs and like not letting it go. Jessie says that she apologized at the Sinners and Saints party to her, and she isn't going to rehash stuff that happened in the past. She's going to take Taylor for who she is now moving forward. And Demi says, how many chances does someone get before you realize that they're a psychotic child and it's just toxic as hell? And she says, as of now, if Taylor's in, I'm out. So she's essentially giving like an ultimatum. And Macy's like, that's not fair. Michaela says, would that be fair for me to do with the Whitney situation? Because like she's had a major problem with her. And Demi says that Taylor is more of a liability, I guess, than Whitney. And Demi says, if this group of women is supporting each other, or is this the Taylor show? And I'm like, someone's jealous. Someone's like, I don't know. I haven't felt that way. And Demi says, it affects us when we go to events and who gets the opportunities and who gets interviews. So Taylor's more popular than her and she's bringing in opportunities. Like, what?
Yeah.
Layla says, some opportunities we have because of her. And Michaela's like, this is a side of Demi I have never seen, and I'm not liking it. This group is about more than business and work, and I don't know what she's willing to do to get to the top, so that's very concerning. Macy says, you weren't supporting Jessie's business, and you're her best friend. Demi says, that's different. I'm not a part of Jessie's business. We're all in the same business. Macy says, oh, but you're her best friend, and Demi's like, I wasn't her best friend at the time I said that. Does this bitch have to come back to everything? Like, it's just crazy.
Yeah, she always has something to say.
Yeah.
Always.
She says that this is the last thing I'm going to say. And Layla says, thank God. She says, Taylor's tarnishing the reputation of Mom Talk. Jessie says that she thinks that Taylor's a threat to Demi. And all the girls chime in. And no one is on Demi's side. And then it ends. Like, she just cannot let things go. It is crazy how no matter – someone can say something that is very clearly, like, on someone else's side, and Demi will have, like, an answer every time. It is crazy to me. So, anyway, thank you for listening. We're, like, at 1:07, which is a long one.
I know.
It's crazy.
It is a long one.
We are on all the things at Shaded Reality Pod. Oh, there was something I said I wanted to say. Oh, I quickly wanted to go over our plan because we're already at episode 9 and there's only 10 plus a recap. Our recap is going to be a collaboration. I think we said that already, but it is with another podcast, Two Peas Podding. So we're going to do that. That is 1.5 hours long. So we are probably easily going to hit the 2-hour mark is my guess, especially with 4 people. So I may break that up to like a Tuesday, Thursday drop. And then the new season starts on November 13th. They are dropping all episodes on November 13th. So we are just going to keep our same schedule. We're going to do Tuesday and Thursdays. So on the day that it drops, we obviously will be able to watch it the same time as you, but we have to take notes that day. So you will see that first recap on the Tuesday following. And on the day it drops, you'll see our last, like the second half of our recap on the, what's it called?
Reunion.
The reunion. I'm sorry, I'm getting tired. Then when that finishes, we're going to start recapping The Valley. So that is our next show. We're going to start season 1, episode 1. Looking at a calendar, there is not a date for the new season yet, but it will take us up through about April, which is the month that they release the last new like season started of The Valley. So we should be pretty close to the new drop of that season. So just letting you know our future there. We do have a Patreon, so if you want to subscribe there and support us, it would be so much appreciated. At the $1 level, we will shout you out and say your name on the podcast. So if you just want to give us $1 a month, we will shout you out. If you give us $5 a month, you can see our faces and watch our video podcast. We are on YouTube, audio only right now. We are on every podcasting app, Apple, Spotify, etc. Please rate and review us, leave comments. It really helps us out to get up, those lists. Social media, Instagram, TikTok. I pretty much do a post a day, whether it's like a recap, run through slide deck, or now I'm starting to do some clips of these episodes. So please follow us on all of those things, and we love you. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Happy Tuesday. Bye.
Bye.
All right.